His Image Magazine, we want to spotlight as many artists as we can. There's a lot of Christian hip hop artists out there, and we try to put everybody in the spotlight, man, and get some exposure. So tell the people who you are.
All right, I'm Mirko, aka Milk, of the group Antioch Alumni. We're responsible for the annual cram session that's been dropping for the past 7 years, where we have a gang of artists get together and write and record an album in a 3-day time span. I'm promoting my first debut solo album called The Righteous Hypocrite, which drops on July 4th of this year.
Wow, that's big that you said that y'all actually do that in 3 days. What's the motivation behind putting that album together or that project together in 3 days?
Biggest motivation behind the cram sessions, man, have been the opportunity to really try to get Christian artists to come together. It's the body of Christ. Drop the egos, drop all our affiliations, and just really see the spirit of creativity move. We do that project. It's intense, so we only do it once a year. But we're locked in the studio. Can't bring no written material. You can't leave. You're in there for 72 hours, and the grace of God always moves as different artists
Hold up.
get the opportunity to build with each other.
You said that you can't leave?
Nah, man, we in there for 72 hours, bro.
Man, that sounds like a hostage situation, man.
Hey, I mean, we trying to sharpen the craft, man, and go hard with this. So, there's a lot of food that is provided, and there's just good fellowship and good energy, man. We're able to build with each other and just see what God does.
How many artists normally participate in that?
Cram session it's different every year. I think the biggest cram session we've had, has something like 15, 16 artists there.
Wow.
And these people that come from all over. We had Richie D who's come 2 or 3 times from the UK. We've had Namas who's come from Cali.
Yeah.
We have Seth Static, and Dead Man Walking X-Cal who come from NY. We've had Theory Hazard who's come from Cincinnati. So the cats who come from all over who are aware of the ministry, man, it's always been a powerful time.
Yeah, that's cool. I guess I was thinking probably like more about 5 MCs, but when you say 15 MCs, that can probably speed up the process and I guess make it go a little bit smoother. So when you say that's dropping?
Cram Session 7 is dropping this September.
This September, okay. And you said you're working on something that comes out in July.
Yep, I'm working on a solo album called Righteous Hypocrite, or I've completed a solo album called Righteous Hypocrite that actually drops on Monday, July the 4th, which, I think's a powerful album. It's about, looking at, hypocrisy and righteousness in the body, looking at hypocrisy, righteousness, in the world, as well as, me sharing my testimony and, my 10 years walking with the Lord, my ability to be a righteous man and coming in confrontation with my own, hypocrisy and shortcoming.
Yeah, I guess how do you actually deal that, I guess I'll say, from other people? Because you're dealing with the church, there's a lot of hypocrisy in the church. People say one thing and you can actually see some people in the clubs or you see people out doing different things and they feel like it's okay. So how do you normally deal with those situations? Do you tell people about themselves or do you have to go through someone else? How do you actually minister to those people in those types of situations?
I think it's twofolded. I mean, on the media, I think it makes sense to, talk to people, not go into the realm of speculation. Let's not gossip. Let's talk to people, see where their heads is at, let them know what's on their hearts, and pray for them. I have a track, on a project called Pray For Me, because I find that a lot of times when we're in those circumstances, we don't take a biblical approach. It's easier to talk about people and give in the gossip opposed to doing what the word says, which is, taking it to the Father. So my encouragement is in those circumstances, if we see a brother and sister in need, if we're in the position to build with them, let's build with them. You know what I'm saying?
Most
and, whether we're in that position to build with them or not, let's keep them lifted up in prayer. We'll try to, advocate for them, with the Father to make sure they get the support they need and, make sure that, they're able to quickly get through whatever it is they're getting through,
Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Well, can't wait to hear some of that stuff, man. Definitely want to check it out. That's a very interesting title and a very interesting concept. So I would love to see which directions you're actually going with that. And also too, man, I need you to send me some music or something. Send me if you got a single or a song that you really want to push. May not be a single, but just maybe a song you want to push. Definitely email it to me. Just send it to newmusic@hisimagemagazine.com, and so we can put it out there and get some extra exposure.
No, definitely do that, bro. Definitely do that. Appreciate your ministry, man. Appreciate your love. Appreciate giving me the opportunity to get up this morning and just share a little bit, man.
Yeah, man, I'm going to just start doing this at real random times. I'm going to send messages out on Facebook, on Twitter, ask anybody they want to interview, and definitely try to give some artists some love, man, because it's a lot of y'all out there who's doing a great ministry for God and for the kingdom, man. So I love talking to y'all, and we can build it anytime, man.
Jesus, he roll with me, but you just what a loser be. So go on, devil, get behind me. Get a passport, then you can find me. Till then, just rewind me. See, I'm a champion. So